Hello, 31st video, and it's interesting to know that many people see one things differently, have the opinion on every aspect of our life, on this life, and some things changes over time. Gradually, they become less or more useful, and we define if it will it lose its value or not. Today I talked uh, with one woman from African country, and we discussed about names, who name kids in their culture and who name kids in our culture. That's interesting thing. So when they shared, they told her that in our country, in our nation, in our society, it was such a custom that when mother gave a birth to her child, parents of her husband name their kids. So it was like kinda showing respect to elder people, that they name your sons, they name and give name to your son, to a kid or girl. And in ancient time, not ancient time, but in the past, over I guess 20 and 15 years ago, it was normal to name. It was to grandparents to name the grandchild, grandkid, and it was okay. Nobody objected it. Was mind of it, and but over time things changed because elderly people actually started losing the authority, their respect by their behavior, how they see the world is different than the kids. And the growing generation, the next generation, I guess millennial or alpha Z, I don't know. So they see the new world by when people had began to have access to the internet, things started changing. We can see other people's culture, other societies' behavior, and how they treat each other, how they treat their kids, how they treat elderly people, and we absorb, this behavioral behavior and implement in our life. Started implementing, and nowadays, less grand parents name their grandkid. So either it's their dad or mother who say who has the most connection with her child, and it's not of kind of authority that it's my child, I name it. It's our grandchild, and we should name it. And it's like grandparents sometimes they use the authority over their kids, over their children. And when I shared this information, that a woman from African country was shocked. It was not usual for her, and it was like a nonsense. How she all decides that it's not for us, for the culture, because in the culture, often dad or mother name the kids. I asked the reason why. The reason is obvious, because it's mother who spent 9 months to take care of the child and knows how it behaved over 9 months, what difficulties he had through to say to bring the child and the children kid. And she told me that she named it so in her culture, two people name, they have, every child has two names. First, it's English name. The dad can name the child by English name because they were colonized by English countries before, and so it has impact nowadays. And the second name is African name. The mother gave to her child, and in the passport documentation they have two names, English and the African name. It's a very interesting thing. And here's the thing. She told me that she named her child, and the name is very unique and special because based on what they named the child, based on that during that 9 months she had a connection with the child, a stronger bond between baby and the mother, and that bond she knows how she waited for her child to be born and how difficult it had through, what things happened during the pregnancy, and analyzing and say taking into account all these facts, she can give her child a very special and great name that suits its behavior during her pregnancy and how child was born. So she told that only she knows what he had thrown, and based on that she named her child. It's very, say, remarkable, I guess, moment or event to mother to give birth to her child. And we may not fully understand the how to say, difficulties, hardships, and we can understand this connection, this kind of connection. And what should we consider before naming our child? First is what had happened during the pregnancy, what events, what challenges, what behavioral acts happened during the pregnancy and that influenced the mother and the child, and based on that we can name our child. It's an option, and it's new view that I hadn't before, and it blew my mind. Yes. It blew my mind, not blowed. It blew my mind, and it was a new thing that I never thought about. It's not that kind of it's perception that I mother and I could say. It's another topic. So I guess that's everything for today. We had a very heavy rain, and after that we had a very bright sun. Be good, say good, and always good intentions.